Hey everybody, it's Cathy and welcome to my channel. And today I'm sharing what I eat in a day to lose weight following the balanced plate method. I have been working one-on-one with a dietitian for the past couple of months. I began this weight loss journey with the dietitian, I believe around July the 10th. And as of today, I have lost 18.8 pounds. I'm not counting calories, I'm not counting points, I'm not measuring. I'm just getting back to the basics and using a balanced diet approach. So I'm going to show you exactly what I eat in a typical day: breakfast, lunch, supper, and 2 snacks. Now, I don't have snacks every day because some days I just don't feel like it. I'm including them today just to give you an idea of what they could look like. Just for further information, I don't drink coffee or tea. I do not drink alcohol. I do not eat processed sugar like candy. That was my big downfall. But I do eat fruit, and this is the plan that is working for me. So like I said, I've really have surprised myself because when the dietitian first suggested this plan, I really didn't believe her that I could lose weight, because for most of my adult life, I've been a Weight Watchers member and I've either been counting calories or points. And I'd get to about 10 pounds and then I'd get bored, and I could always find a way to cheat the system. So I'm really impressed with myself. I don't feel deprived. If we want to go out and eat, we go out and eat. The only thing that I do with every meal is I just try to think in my head of a dinner plate that is balanced. So half of the dinner plate is full of vegetables and the other 2/4, one is for protein and one is for complex rich carbohydrates. So you may not agree with eating this way, but I ask that you respect it. This is my plan. It's what's working for me, and I'm sharing it to help those of you that are interested in to know what I eat in a day. So I drink about 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Water has never been an issue for me because it is my drink of choice. And if we do go out to eat, I do have a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi. That is my treat. I don't usually have them at home, but whenever I do go out, I do like to treat myself and have a diet soda. I do not measure my food, but if you feel like you have to in the beginning just to sort of, get an eyeball for what like a cup of rice might look like, use the plan however it works best for you. But the basic principle is I just always envision a dinner plate. I have measured my dinner plate. It's 10 inches. I don't overheap it. I do leave some areas of the plate where you can see stuff, and I only have 1 plate full of food. I have never really been an overeater. The problem is that I used to eat a lot of sugar, candy, and like drive-through food and stuff like that, and I just made, really bad choices. So I have this same thing for breakfast every day. I've been eating this now for probably about 5 years. So I eat about 2/3 cup of the Oikos 2% vanilla Greek yogurt. I know that I could eat the plain unflavored yogurt, but I do not like the taste or the texture. I have tried it on its own. I have tried it by adding vanilla. I just do not like it. In order for me to be happy on this meal plan, I have to eat foods that I actually enjoy eating in order for myself to be successful. So I'm not too concerned about the 2% milk fat. This is a great source of protein, and this really keeps me satiated up until lunchtime. That's roughly about 3/4 of a cup, which is a serving. I don't measure my food, but I've been doing this long enough that I can kind of tell. If you want to measure it out the first time, go ahead. So then the next thing I do is every week I get a container of raspberries and blueberries. I wash them, I put them together, and then I just put berries on top of the yogurt. And then the next thing that I do is I just sprinkle a little bit of granola on top. So this is the granola that I use. It's by Nature Valley. I buy it on Amazon because sometimes it's not in store. Used to be able to find it at the grocery store, but the last couple of years or so, it's either out of stock or there's just none available. Now I like this granola and you don't have to use it, but this is what I like to eat. It has 11 grams of protein, and I know that it has sugar in it, and I discussed this with the dietitian, and she said because I'm eating the granola with the yogurt, with the berries, that is a balanced breakfast. So as long as I don't go too crazy with the granola and like eat too much, it's fine. So the granola has 3 grams of fiber, has 11 grams of protein, and yes, it does have sugar in it, but like I said, I have to be happy eating what I eat every day, otherwise I just won't be successful. This is my breakfast every morning, and actually sometimes if I have a bigger lunch, I will oftentimes have this for my supper in the evening because I'm not that hungry. So this is quite filling and it is nutritious, and this is what I like. I'm gonna show you what I'm making for lunch today. So I believe that whenever we're eating, we should enjoy the process. We shouldn't be watching TV or, on our phones. We really should be focused on what we're eating. So I like to have a pretty plate, and I have this bowl that I bought, I think at Winners, but I know there's some on Amazon. I will link them. So today I'm making a salad. So I'm using some spinach and greens mix. And I'm also gonna throw in some arugula because I like the taste. So then I just mix it all together. Don't worry about my fingers. This is just me eating this. You can add any vegetable you want, but I'm keeping it very simple. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of sea salt. I don't normally use salt whenever I cook, but I just find, I don't know, when I put sea salt on lettuce, it just seems to bring the flavor out. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of ground pepper. So this is some chicken that I had in the fridge from a couple of nights ago. I just baked it in the oven. This is about 4 ounces, and it's about the size of the palm of my hand. And that's just an old trick that I learned at Weight Watchers. So I try and keep my protein to about that size, but you don't have to because protein is good for you. We need it. So I'm just gonna pop this in the microwave and heat it up a little bit. So to make my dressing, I just make it out of my head. I'm using olive oil and some red wine vinegar. Like I said, when I cook, I don't measure. Season to taste, that's normally what I do. It certainly doesn't take a lot. And it'll take even less of the red wine vinegar because it's very strong. So if you were making like a big salad, I would say like a 3-to-1 ratio. The biggest ratio being the olive oil. So now I'm just gonna flip everything. Want to make sure that it's evenly coated. So I'm happy with the salad dressing. So now I'm just gonna sprinkle a few sunflower seeds onto it. I don't really measure. Sunflower seeds, all seeds are good for you. I'm also putting some apple into my salad because it's fall and I love Honeycrisp apples, and apples are good for us. Give us lots of fiber. So that's, a normal sized apple. I have about a third of it left over. I'm just gonna put that on the side of my salad and just eat it like that. I'm just gonna give this a quick toss before I put the chicken on. So then I'm just gonna put the chicken on. Now, if I had some quinoa cooked or some beans open, I would add some of that just for more complex carbs, but I don't. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny little bit of feta cheese in the salad to make it interesting. So that is my lunch for today. So we have lots of vegetables and the apple. The protein is the chicken and a little bit the feta cheese. The complex rich carbohydrates, like I said, I don't have anything really to put in, but if I had some quinoa or some rice or something, I could throw that in. This is gonna fill me up and it's healthy and I think it really looks nice. And I like how it's presented in a colorful dish because it just, we eat with our senses. So that's why it's really important when we're eating to concentrate on the food and not so much like the TV or, skimming on our phone. So my dietitian says that whenever I have a snack, you always want to have a protein or a healthy fat with a fiber. So we can get fiber from, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, popcorn. We can get protein from nuts, cheese, eggs, dairy products, nut butter. And fat we can get from, nuts, seeds, a nut butter, or an avocado. So this is what a snack would look like for me in a day. I have a fruit. I usually always have an orange or an apple. Sometimes I'll have grapes. I do like grapes because they kind of help me with the sugar craving. And then I have about 15 almonds. I don't have any more than that in a day. And then I'll have a cheese string. So if I wanted my snack totally in balance, like, she suggests, I would have like this together, or I would have this together. But I don't like to eat it like that. When I eat an orange, I just want to eat an orange by itself. And this is what I've been doing, and it's been, working for me. So this is like my 3 p.m. snack before, when you get the crash in the afternoon, you're hungry, but it's, too early for supper or dinner. And then I will have about 15 almonds. They're just plain almonds. I buy them at Walmart with a cheese stick. And I find when I eat this, probably about 7 p.m., this really fills me up and satisfies any craving that I'm having. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a snack in the evening, but I do my very best not to have anything past 7:30 p.m. So we eat dinner about 5:30 p.m., so I'll have my snack around 7 most nights. Some nights I won't have it. You don't have to have it if you're not hungry. I'm just showing you this, explaining what I do in a day. So this is my snack for the evening, and my orange, or 2/3 of this filled with nice red seedless grapes. That is my afternoon snack, and this is what's been working for me. I just wanted to show you the potatoes before I put them in the oven. So basically, I just bought one of those little bags you can get in the grocery store, the tiny round potatoes. So I clean them, and then I halve them, wash them, and then I just put them in this bowl, and I drizzled them with some avocado oil. You can use olive oil. I sprinkled a little bit of sea salt, some ground pepper, some oregano, and garlic powder. I really didn't measure. I just kept tossing and coating and smelling until they smelt the way I guess it sounded like they were well seasoned. So now I'm going to put them in the oven and cook them for 30 minutes, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. So the potatoes have been in the oven at 350 for a half an hour, and I'm just going to poke them with my meat thermometer, not for the temperature, but I just want to see if they're cooked, and they are well done. And then this is my husband's meatloaf. He made this. I'm just going to check and make sure that it's finished. And yes, I love this meat thermometer. It is so handy to check whether you're grilling or you're cooking meat inside, and it is done. Okay, so I've just taken probably about 4 handfuls of just some arugula and some spring salad blend. Just mix them all together. And then I'm just gonna season it with just a tiny bit of sea salt. I just find that brings the flavor out a bit. And then for my dressing, I just make it out of my head. So I use some olive oil and some red wine vinegar. Now, I don't measure how much I'm putting in. It's just kind of a personal thing. But say you were making like a large salad, the ratio would be 3-to-1. So there would be like more olive oil than there would be red wine vinegar. You just have to play around with it to whatever it is you like. And this salad is going to feed 3 people. And I have to go a little light hand. So I got cut off there, my timer went off, but you go light-handed on the vinegar. And then what I do is I just toss it until, all of the leaves look like they are, coated. I'm not putting any other vegetables in it. I just like this on its own. I just like the taste of the arugula. So I'd say there's enough oil, but I just need to taste it for the ratio. Could use just a tiny bit more of the red wine vinegar. excellent. That's all that I put in my salad. So here is my meal. Half of my plate is just the salad greens. Then I have a few of the tiny potatoes and some meatloaf. And I just portioned it, you know, just looking at a plate, doing 1/2 is vegetables, a quarter is protein, and the other quarter is complex carbs. And olive oil or avocado oil is a healthy oil, so it looks delicious. So I have written everything down underneath the video. I've included what I've ate for breakfast, lunch, supper, and my 2 snacks, so you can go check that out. I will also list any of the items that I have shown in case you'd like further information. So if you want to see more of these videos, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. And in the meantime, go check out this video where I dive in depth into the balanced plate approach. It's my new way of life. It's not a diet, it's a healthy way of living. Thanks for watching. Bye.